Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 yeah.
This is a statement to appreciate all that is vacant. It's just for the taking. If you make up your mind, you can take it. I'm never complacent. I would work in a mansion or basement, yeah. There's no replacement for persistence, it's a patience, yeah. In this life, I wanna be soaring, to feel sun inside when it's pouring, and I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop. Just look up. I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad. Cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad. I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop. Just look up.
And I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out.
But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts.
Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. endless ride, feeling alive, nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? I'll just breathe in. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? I'll just breathe in. I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be liked by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind right. But if you put in the work, you can find the light, alright? I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. 'Cause I've been living life right like
Welcome back to Equestrian Live here from the Ranch Equestrian Polokwane in Limpopo Province, South Africa, where we gear up for the second of the qualifiers here this morning for the World Jumping Finals, the FEI Jumping World Challenge. Second qualifier about to happen. It's over a one round and a jump off. All clears go through to the jump off. The riders have in fact walked the course. I'll give you some course information. Time allowed there 79 seconds in the first round, and should you go through to the jump off over fences 5, 6, 7, 8, 9A, 9B, 12 and 1. Now, of course, we had the first qualifier earlier on this morning, and here is the lineup for the second qualifier, which is in reverse order of classification after the first qualifier. So in other words, the ones who were lower down the rankings go early on in this class. Christine Naya, Brannick Bulletproof, unfortunately she was eliminated in the first qualifier. So too was Nicholas Nicole from Zimbabwe. Those two well down the classifications go first and second. Then in third, Lina Beltrayo. In fourth, Natasha Harjawan from Indonesia. In fifth, going at number 5 is Melissa Charlier from Morocco. Then Erin O'Dwyer from South Africa at 6. At 7, Michaela Martin, also South Africa. At 8, Girat Nazarov, Uzbekistan. At 9, Louise de Corleolis, Mauritius. At 10, Valerio Baruzzo, Argentina, as we update to the final 6. At 11, Matias Casal, Bolivia. Of course, what you're seeing now on screen were the top 6 in the first qualifier. Israel Lopez, Puerto Rico, goes at 12. At 13, Karim Mustafai from Algeria. At 14, Juana Ruiz Ocampo, Argentina. And then at 15, Georgia Izumarazzo, Dominican Republic, and the winner of the first class from Puerto Rico goes in pole position, Cristina Padilla. Now let's take a look at the course that has been pitched. I had a little walk around and it looks like it's gone up a hole or two, a little bit bigger. The first course pitched at around 115, 120, and this course is looking like a true 120 track. The time allowed has come down to 79 seconds, so ignore that time allowed there, 83. It has been adjusted. Kate Laund, of course, put the wheel on it and brought down the time. So a couple minutes to go to the horse in the first horse course, in the arena. I've got with me the lovely Andrena from FEI Solidarity. Now, there was a meeting that happened not too long ago. What's going on?
You know, you think you plan for everything, and then something just comes off when, as I said earlier this morning, actually, we are testing kind of a new format because we wanted to provide more time for the athletes to get acquainted with the horses and not jump as many times. And with that, we adjusted the second qualifier to run only over one round with a jump off instead of the originally 2 rounds which we used to have, and then the second qualifier was organized on another day, not to have the horses jump too many times. So with that, we have now noticed that in the rules there's a reference to the second round, but that round does not exist anymore. So the whole question, it doesn't have any effect on how this class is going to go. The real question was, how is it going to count for the classification to find out who will go to the final? And so the meeting was about explaining to the riders how that was going to be taken into account. So because it used to be the idea that it was the penalties from the first qualifier, penalties from the second qualifier, and time.
And penalties from the second qualifier, as we discussed this morning, from the first round, and then the jump off. But of course, you might not go through to the jump off, or you might elect to sit out of a jump off.
Exactly. If someone gets 16 points in the jump off, but they've gone to the jump off, it would not be correct for them. So it's going to be based on the ranking, the penalties and the ranking, the overall ranking of this second qualifier.
Okay, so we'll have to see how then it all plays out. We're not going to have an immediate answer as to who goes through to the top 50% right after the class. We'll have to sit down, the judges, officials, yourself will sit down, look at the classifications after the second round, work in the penalties from the first qualification, and we'll take it from there. So, first to go is Christy Naya. Unfortunately, she had an elimination on this Brannick Bulletproof in the first round. She comes back for the second qualifier, but as we said, she's already been relegated to the consolation class on Saturday.
That is correct.
So here she's just getting ring mileage, more ring time, getting more familiar with the horse. That's what this is about.
That is what it's about. And so, I mean, we've had examples in the past of unfortunate events like this, but that ended up winning the farewell. So this is obviously what we hope for her, and we hope for to finish this course.
Now, what we didn't discuss was the final. Is that on a clean slate? You don't carry forward your penalties from your first 2 qualifiers. Well, now that it's on a classification, you definitely don't. But so it's all to play just to get into that top 50%. Once you're in that top 50%, then it's all even Stevens. It's a clean slate. The only thing that counts is your how does the running order work? Does that work on the classification? The final for the running order for the final.
That is absolutely correct. So clean slate, and your classification based on the first and second qualifier
will determine the running order.
Also.
Okay. All right. So she was eliminated in the first round. She gets around the second round. There's the coach. She's happy. It's better. She goes into the farewell consolation class on Saturday, but she's building rounds and a relationship with Brannick Bulletproof. That is Christy Naya. Next to go will be Kondos Give Me a Break, as we take a look at the replay of the mistake. One of the mistakes there for Brannick Bulletproof. Just a pole coming down. Of course, there was a stop as well. Okay, so Kondos Give Me a Break. This is Nicole Zimbabwe, unfortunately also the second of the 2 eliminations in the first qualifier. Both those at the same fence, those 2 eliminations both happening at the same fence. So Nicholas looking for some nice ring time, a nice easy round, confidence building round that he wants to look for here in this
like you said, same as Christy. The idea now is to get a bit more mileage so that they can have a nice farewell.
Now Kondos Give Me a Break looks a little bit lit up, getting him more settled now as he approaches the start. This Epol Skinny Oxer to start. Nicely over that now, just to settle down into a rhythm. Rolling on down the hill to fence number 2 gives us a nice opportunity to have a look at this track that Kate Launder has pitched for the second of the qualifiers, which is 1 round and a jump off. 6 strides from that Oxer at 3 to that vertical at 4. Rolling off the turn, another Ranch Oxer.
Good reaction from the rider. Oh.
So the horse just looking like he was shortening his stride. Nicholas then had to press a little bit, got away with it. Now he needs to settle back down again. 7 strides from that vertical to that Oxer. Coming to the business side of this round now, approaching its double at number 9. Oxer going in, 2 strides vertical out, that pitched right next to the pavilion. And 10 to finish. And happy connections there. Nicholas getting a little bit more confidence with Condos Give Me a Break. We'll go into that farewell class come Saturday. Do they get to ride these horses tomorrow, or is it a complete off day?
It's a complete. It's an agreement again with. Usually it's a complete off day, or just the horses walk around, do a little. They can maybe graze a little, or a little lunging.
But there's no jumping, no working.
No. Very light. If anything, it's very light.
Yeah, just keep the stiffness out of them, give them a little bit of a stretch.
Which is also very important, obviously.
Right, so KP Evergreen now, Kathleen Allen is the owner, I beg your pardon, Lina Capello Beltrao from Brazil. She carried forward a score of 16 from her first qualifier. Do we get to say now carrying forward a score of 16? We do, because it features in that overall classification.
Absolutely.
Okay. So sitting on a score of 16, her time in that first qualifier, 77.63. Had a few whoopsies in the first round, but this looking like a more settled round. Having got rid of those early jitters and nerves which would factor in.
And you can really see the difference. I mean, for Nicholas, just before also, it was, again, very unfortunate because his 90 seconds in the arena the other day during the training, and then his welcome competition went very well. Lina also, but the jitters, I mean, that's, when it starts to count, it's part of the preparation. The mental preparation for competition never ends.
And then do you think the older, more established riders, somebody like Cristina Padilla, who won the first competition, she's a little bit more experienced. With age comes experience, and you carry forward that experience into competitions like this.
I think it does play a role, but not necessarily. Someone who's anxious is going to be anxious every time. It's like an artist that you hear them before going on stage. They always get the jitters.
Yes.
And they've been doing it for 30 years, and it's still the same. So I think there's a personality, but there's also the work that you put into it for your preparation.
Yeah, correct.
Which you can't start early enough.
So a score of 4 to add to that 16, sitting on 20. But of course, as we said, this class now goes to classification. So we'll have the overall top 50% after the conclusion of the prize giving for this class, once the judges officials have sat down. Meanwhile, turn our attention back to the arena now. This is number 4, and Natasha Harjawan from Indonesia sits on a score of 4 penalties from her first outing this morning in the A2 competition. Also, I mentioned these jumps in the second round have definitely gone up a hole or two.
Which I think is very good also from the course designer. That's it is for the final. This is going to count who goes to the final, and we've seen that they've been able to do this. So she was also quite confident that it was they were up to the level in the task.
So she's found a pole in the second round as well. So sitting on a score of 8 penalties over 2 rounds. You can hear the coach calling encouragement. More instructions from the sidelines. Just wait. The horse getting a little bit longer in the stride down to the last. finishes on a score of 4 penalties. Unfortunately not going through to that jump off. Remember, this one round and then a jump off. Let's take a look at the replay of the pole that came down. That's for Natasha Hajuan, Indonesia.
Yeah, she decided to cut.
Possibly just fell in off that turn a little bit tight. Finding that rail. Right, our rider now from Morocco. And this is Melissa Charlier, Farnham 4 gold, sitting on 4 penalties from this morning's class. Lovely horse, isn't he? Big,
fantastic.
Deliberate canter.
And it's nice because the owner explained to me that this horse, he's prepared it now for his daughter, who's around the same age as Melissa. So
I think we'll be seeing Ashley ride in the under 25 classes a little bit later.
yes, a very nice horse.
Good reaction from her there. She felt the horse just landed in a bit of a heap on the other side of that fence, lost a bit of rhythm. Immediately the leg comes on, presses him back up into his canter. Oh. So 4 penalties to add. Once again asks him for more canter off the turn.
Trying to catch up a bit on that time, because the ranking, as we said, does count, so that was a smart move on her part.
And finishes on 4 from this class. 4 for this round and 4 for the earlier round. Will not, unfortunately, go through to the jump off as we take a look at the replay. Just a little bit of a lazy jumper over that one. Tips it off. So a little bit of a swervy start to jump number 1. Erin to get her leg on. So she was thinking about an inside turn there, and then I think bailed out of it.
I think, yeah, but
The competitive spirit had to be half halted there.
thankfully she managed in time to,
Yes.
correct that so that the horse understood, okay, we're not going there.
Yeah. A little bit deep to that, got away with it.
But again, Erin has been working on building trust with that horse, and she. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm just gonna watch.
Horse did well to clear the vertical at 7. Got a little bit deep there as well. Come on, and once again, just runs a little bit deep. Horse pops up. Gets up into there and finishes on a clear in 71.51. She'll take a lot of confidence from that.
Yes, and I have to say, look at that little horse. I mean, a lot of heart. Like I said before, is a little sensitive, but a lot of heart. On that last jump, that was a very good example of that.
Yeah.
But Erin has been doing a great job again.
Nice, a bit of, we call that South African gees. Okay, you've learned a new word today.
Yes.
The two South Africans high-fiving and showing a bit of team spirit. Means spirit. Gees.
Gees.
You can take that word back. Okay, so next to go is our next South African, Michaela Martin. She rides Synopsis. Michaela in her first round, 4 penalties. The rest of them, this is the last of the 4s, the rest of them were clear in the A2 this morning. So looking to play a little bit of catch-up, these who are sitting on 4. Erin gone clear. Was sitting on 4. Michaela wants the same result. Nice ride to 2, nice and flowing.
And you can see with that horse, I mean, the turning in front is not an issue. So
Yeah. Want to serve her well in the jump off, but got to get round through this round with a clear to get there. And already this round, she looks like she's gained a little bit more experience, got to learn a little bit about the horse in that first round. This is looking better than what we saw this morning. Not that this morning was anything wrong, but...
No, but there's a very good flow.
Exactly.
It's absolutely. And that also shows that the quality of the rider and the coaching behind and everyone. Ooh, yes.
Gave the last one a little bit of a tap, but it stays in those shallow cups, 62.80, and through to the jump off she will go. Michaela Martin, lovely round. There's Mom Belinda. Biting her nails, no doubt. Charlotte Houston standing there, one of our officials from KwaZulu-Natal. Okay, so well done. Now, Mr. Popular. Girat Nazarov, Uzbekistan, and he rides the Rancher's Dark Dancer. But as they say, a clear is a clear, and he got there, so through to the jump off goes Girat Nazarov. So well done.
And he's our double clear. He's the first.
Yeah, he's the first of the double clear, and you've got to actually, I know that we're talking about the flow, but I could almost sense him rehearsing a few turns there in his first round for his jump off. So I'd be one watching him. He's going to be speedy in that jump off.
Most likely.
Okay, so next to go is Louise de Corleolis, and this is Domino that she rides from Mauritius, this combination. Carrying forward a clear from the first round. Did very nicely. And her dad popped in to have a few words during the break and said that, in fact, she's been riding a little bit in France now as well. So,
Yep.
So that is not what she needed. Unfortunately, a disobedience there. She's dislodged the pole, so some seconds, 6 seconds to add to the time before the clock goes again. Let's take a look at the replay. So this was in a distance down. It was a 6-stride distance. Let's see how she goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And see, pulling a bit.
Yeah.
And
I think the horse was just listening to her. Maybe she just needed to shorten up in that distance.
She
a big stepping horse.
decided a little bit too late what she wanted to do there, and
she's going to be kicking herself. Okay, so the 4 penalty. She was clear in the first class this morning in the A2, and she sits at number 9 of 16, so we'll have to see how the rest goes. She's right on the cusp, I think.
Absolutely. Now she needs to, again, we were talking about, the mental aspect. Now she needs to, forget that happened, get back into it, stay calm, focus on every jump, one after the other, and she should be fine. She did a beautiful round before.
Yeah, the trick now is not to get panicky and get rushed, because that wasn't the horse or anything. That was a late decision that cost her. So that was a bit of a rider error. So she now needs to back herself, and she'll be just fine. The worst thing you can do is start now overriding.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, she's found another rail, so it's 8 penalties. So that time allowed 79 seconds. Remember, there's 6 seconds to add because she dislodged the fence, had to be rebuilt. Oh, and she's gone through now. She's got to keep going. Okay, so she finishes brave right to the last. The horse was good to go through that second element, went through the flag, so she got to carry on. Finishes on a score of 12.
As we were saying, you know, anything can happen. Clear in the first round, and so...
That was a replay of the pole that came down. And then, of course, there was that earlier disobedience and then that near disobedience, but went through that second element of that double at 9B, but dislodged the pole. So, yeah, not the round that she wanted, and we'll have to see how that plays out. 12 penalties. We'll keep you posted. Of course, the classification's still got to come a little bit later, and it's still early days. There's over 2 rounds, 1 round and a jump off. Let's see how we go. Okay, so 12 penalties there for Domino and Louise as we go down the running order to number 10, Valerio Baruzzo, Argentina, Alpha Nadia. Rode a very nice round in the first round. In a very sympathetic light seat, sits very still, lets the horse just skip along underneath him.
Yeah, especially he's tall for that horse, but he seems to understand quite well how to ride her.
Yeah. Nicely done there.
You can see, especially in this line, the height, you know, it's good.
Definitely that vertical coming in off that turn. Looks like it's gone up a little bit.
Absolutely.
And that looks like a travelling 7 to that last. He saw it early. And jumps a lovely clear, so stays on a 0 penalty score and puts himself into the jump off, does Valerio Baruzzo, the Argentinian, aboard Alpha Nadia for owner Taryn Combrink, who is here watching. Great round for Valerio. Well done. Nicely partnered.
Absolutely, and since the beginning, and it's only improving, so it's really nice to watch.
Right, so the next to go is Matias Casal, Bolivia. He was second to go in the first class this morning and was one of the 2 riders that unfortunately we did miss during that break in transmission. So nice for viewers out there to get a first look at this combination. This is Callao Bogart, donated by the Taylor family, Barry Taylor. And the rider is Matias Casal.
This is a super horse. Well, they're all super, but this is... But you have to be careful because that hind leg, yeah?
It's active and it likes to kick up in the air over the fence. Going in a hackamore, so obviously got a bit of a tricky mouth. Would that have been the bit that the horse came to the show in?
It did, yeah, absolutely. And actually, the rider, it's his first time riding a horse with an hackamore, so he also needed to you know, understand how that works, how the horse works, and how, you know, to be really with his hands, not to be too hard, and obtain the right contact and reaction. And riding for the first time on the horse that you don't know with a hackamore, that's also a challenge.
Yeah, and it's not the easiest horse. He's tricky. You see the flick of the tail. He's all over the place. The shoulder moves in and out of the line. So he's doing a really nice job here. Horse with super talent, but will make you concentrate and focus. And brilliantly done by Matias Casal from Bolivia. There is Lorette Knowles Taylor. Connection to the horse, Callao Bogart. He's done a good job here. 72.57, more importantly through to that jump off and stays on a 0 penalty score after 2 rounds. Well done, Matias. So now we go to those top 6 from the first round. Next horse was the horse that finished in 6th place after that A2 competition this morning. It's Rivervale's Rebel's Destiny, and the rider is Israel Lopez from Puerto Rico. They had a good finish, a good showing in that first class, first and a 6th.
Absolutely.
2 riders in the money.
Puerto Rico, it was worth the trip so far.
So here we go. Rebel's Destiny.
Israel is one of the riders who actually had a change of horse. The first horse he rode during the training session, the flat work, was very spooky and with the flags and everything, and so it was agreed that, you know, for safety purposes it would be best. And he drew. That's how it happens. If you have to change your horse, you have to make a draw out of the reserve horses.
How many were in reserve?
We had 7 reserve horses.
Okay. Obviously 2 from those riders from Iran who didn't
And the
make
5
it became
that you usually need the 5. That's part of the rules. And exactly the 2.
So in all there were 2 changes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, this looks like a good match for Israel. He drew a good one.
Absolutely.
On the 7 strides. He's got a big step, gets there perfectly well, and adds a 0 to that 0 from this morning, puts himself into the jump off, and gives himself every opportunity now to make it into that top 50%. Saturday's competition, the final will determine the overall winner. Right, this is an interesting one. From Algeria, Karim Mustafawi, Ranch Karamba. Now a horse that's got plenty of ping off the ground, but can also step in and out of lines. Karim rode a very, very accomplished round the first this morning when he came in short to that double, and the horse wanted to step away, got his leg on, got the horse back into the combination and gave himself a clear. Now I was told that Karim is no stranger to South Africa. He's trained with Charlie Crockhart, who is here. See, that's what the horse can do, just give a little hop, skip and a buck, and then you go to plan B because it puts you off of your rhythm. And
yes, as you were saying, and actually he came originally for just a few weeks training and got stuck due to COVID and ended up staying 5 months.
I believe so.
So yeah, it's his second home.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
just ran a little bit deep to that. Okay, unfortunately, 1 down, 4 penalties. Now got to keep it together.
Exactly. That you can see his coach's influence now, because although he's been doing very well, it's much more controlled, let's say.
So lovely jump to finish, but he'll be disappointed by that 4 penalties. I'm sure we're going to take a look at the replay. That on a distance, a related distance, and maybe just got through that distance a little bit quickly. Landed up running a little bit deep to that Peter Morrison oxer. Let's take a look. Oh, he looked like he was nicely balanced. I'm not sure. Did he add in that distance, perhaps? Just got there a little bit deep. He'll be a little bit disappointed with that. So 4 penalties there for Karim, as we move now to Juana Ruiz Ocampo, Argentina. Bosporus, the second of the Argentinian riders to come. Of course, Valerio Baruzza, Alpha Nadia, gave us a lovely clear earlier on.
This horse is really nice. I mean, he's a stallion, but sometimes, well, I was talking to the owner, and because it's as if he doesn't know he's a stallion. Well, sometimes he does.
Oh, that was not what she needed. Of course, it was clear in the first round this morning, and now, come on.
And that was not as if the horse, it's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, she's got the revs up once again, the engine's running. I think that's the trick with him, really keep the energy up to the fences.
and that's, now she knows, but unfortunately a little bit too late.
Hard lesson. And finishes nicely, but unfortunately time to add as well. So 1 for time in 79.31, just over that 79 seconds time allowed. 4 for the disobedience, and you can see the disappointment on her face. So a score of 5, I'm afraid, not going to go through to the jump off. Now, how costly is that when you've had such a good ride in the first?
It's, it really, I think it's not that, the time penalty is what might make the difference here, actually. That one time penalty might be really what costs her the most at this point.
Because there were quite a few from that AT this morning who finished on 4, and like you said, that one time penalty puts her on 5, puts her behind all of those. Okay, so penultimate competitor, Georgia Imorazzo, Dominican Republic, Rockstar Bourbon. Clear in the first round. Finished second. Of course, we're in reverse order of classification.
So as I was saying, this is her third final, and she's a very experienced rider, and she's very calm. So she really manages her stress quite well.
I was going to say, you look at this combination and you would think that they're a solid combination who've been together for a long time.
And I think that's the impression I've had every time I've seen her ride in a final. Whether it was a good match or it's her that who is that good as a rider, it's probably a combination of both.
What can you remember has been her best result at the finals?
Well, she won.
Oh, okay.
She won a final.
Okay.
So, yes.
So she's rather accomplished. She's no stranger to the pressure, all this competition. So, well done. 0 penalty score. Through to the jump off she goes. Now the winner of the first qualifier this morning, and won it in brilliant fashion because she really dominated on the time as well, and that A2 was 4.5 seconds clear of the rest of the field. Cristina Padilla, Puerto Rico. Rotaflow Capital Harrison, who when we interviewed, she said she's really enjoying this horse.
Now she says she always prefers going first. She doesn't like to wait, is the problem. So she had to wait, but not too long.
And she was quite confident. She said she feels he's probably got a few more gears to go up if she needs them, but she doesn't feel she really needs them at this stage, so we'll see. She's just aiming 50%. Top 50, that's it. She's not looking for the wins. The fact that the win came this morning was a bonus, but she's got her eye on just getting herself into that top 50%, because as you said, then it's clean slates. Then it really begins. Then you can start getting your real game face on.
And you've had all this time to get to know the horse better, maybe try a few things, but still be cautious, which she has been doing and doing very well. And we saw, I mean, yeah, like you said, it was a bonus. She wasn't even trying to be fast.
66-66, and into the jump off she goes. Winner of the first class, Cristina Padilla, and that was another stellar performance. Looked like, again, a horse that she'd very comfortable with, that she'd come to terms with very easily, that she'd been riding for a long time. Did not look like a... I like the patience that she got, that ride into 9. She just kept her neutral canter, waited till she saw something, pressed the button when it was there. Nothing was rushed, nothing was hurried. It was just easy, rhythmical riding.
Absolutely, but that you know, the ride, the horse also, I don't know this horse actually, maybe you can tell me more about it, that, you know, it seems to have a very, the canter very, how can I say this, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, it's
steady.
It's rhythmical, it's like a metronome, it's beat, da-da, 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 yeah. There you can see he's there. That's the other side of Harrison that we didn't see on the camera unless you were looking way down into the distance where that horse box is past. He just leapt up into the air and let his back legs go. She gets a very nice tune out of him. I don't think he's actually the easiest. He's not a horse that likes pressure. He likes you to be one with him and just let him do his thing. He's recently up into the 140s, but on his day he knows where the gate is. He can come off the turn, know where the gate is, and decide, well, I'm not going any further. So
you know, maybe that would have not been such a great match with our rider from Uzbekistan, for example, if he doesn't like the pressure.
And I wonder if the owners would have told her, because sometimes you got that in the back. Sometimes when you know too much, it's not in your best interest, because then it's in the back of your mind. You put extra leg off the turn and he feels something and that could change his mind. So from a nice, oh, well, I'm happy to do this, you know, sometimes less is more, I think.
Absolutely. I think, you know, it's like a first introduction. You need to make your own evaluation on what's going on and then get the tips in.
Is that something that you as officials would brief the owners on, or do you let them say what they like?
I must say we appreciate so much that the owners are here, and again, if they're here, we're going to let them, but it's true that I think most owners will know, you know, let them, because they don't know the riders either, so they will most likely let the riders come to them, or if they see something, but not straight on come with their recommendations, they will let them have a feel for it and then say, okay, so, you know, maybe look for this, look for that, the horse prefers it when you ride him this way. However, it's really then important for the riders to listen.
Yes.
And that can be sometimes a bit tricky, also because of the language barrier, or just because we know our riders.
Correct. Okay, so the jump off for this class: 5, 6, 7, 8, 9A, 9B, 12, and 1. And clears going through to the jump off will be Nicholas Nicole from Zimbabwe. He will be allowed. He was that elimination in the first round doesn't affect this class at all. He still gets to go through to the jump off.
Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
All right, so Nicholas will go through. He gave us a clear in this class. Erino Dwyer, Michaela Martin, Girat Nazarov, Valerio Baruzzo, Matthias Cassel, Israel Lopez, Georgia Iomorazzo, and Christina Padilla, who was the winner of the first qualifier, sits in pole position for the second qualifier. Interesting that again, clean slate, so it counts for nothing if she lands up a winner of both qualifiers this morning. You know, good on her, but it means nothing going into Saturday. It just means that she's there. It means that she'll go last on Saturday.
Exactly, and it builds up her confidence, if anything. But no, it does not count. You can do fantastic, be eliminated on Saturday, unfortunately, and that's...
Exactly. Right, so there they are. That's the riding order through to the jump off for the second qualifier. Nicholas Nicole from let's try that again. From Zimbabwe on Kondos, Give Me a Break goes first. In at number 2, Erina Dwyer, South Africa, first for horses, Zias de Tola. Michaela Martin, South Africa, Synopsis, Girat Nazarov, Uzbekistan, the Rancher's Dark Dancer. He goes at 4. At 5, Valerio Baruzzo, Argentina, Alpha Nadia. In at 6, Matthias Cassel, Bolivia, Callao Bogart. At 7, Israel Lopez, Puerto Rico, Rivervale's Rebels Destiny, who I don't know is built for speed. He's a big horse. horse, but he's a deliberate big horse. So let's see what Israel can get out of him in a jump-off. Georgia Morazzo, Rockstar Bourbon, Dominican Republic in penultimate position at 8. And 9 and last to go, Christina Padilla. Let's go. Here we go. Zimbabwe first to go. Kondos, Give Me a Break. Nicholas Nicole. So it's jump number 5 to start. On to 6. Got to see if anybody's prepared to drop a stride there. Nicholas looked like he might have been thinking about coming inside to the next fence, which is 7. He changed his mind. He decided
which was probably smart
Yes.
after what happened this morning.
Exactly. Unfortunately, he finds a rail at that Peter Morrison Oxa on that distance. He comes inside of EPOL to number 9A, 9B, that double. Oxa going in vertical out. Then it's round to 12.
Which is a new jump.
Western shot vertical. And then a left-handed sweeping turn back to number 1, which is the EPOL Oxa. And he finishes on 4 penalties in 49.26. Now, let's see if we have a replay. It was on that distance, first round, I'm trying to remember, was that a 7 strides up that distance? So from 7 to 8. So just getting a little bit snug there at the base of 8, taking that down. So 4 penalties.
Yeah, maybe a bit more of a bigger jump on the vertical.
Yes, coming in and then roll on down. Right, so Erin O'Dwyer, let's see what she can do. Erin from South Africa. Right, she's on her way. 5 to start. Gave that a tap, left it up. On the angle, she was setting up, comes inside, sweeping turn, keep the canter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strides, hits it perfectly. So this is looking good. Keep rolling. Right-handed turn now to that new fence at 12, gets a good shot there. Leaves them all up. Big smiles from Erin. Joanne van Achterberg, her coach, gives her the thumbs up. And there you go. Double clear, Erin, 40.76, good time.
That is very important for her. So glad it went this well. And she did again. Very good.
And again, she obviously went up a gear compared to where Nicholas was. He was just looking for some confidence. He went around instead of inside to that vertical and to the Peter Morrison jump. And you just see the time difference, some 9 seconds. Obviously, he was going a little bit slower as well. But I think if you want to have a chance, any sort of a chance, you've got to take all these inside lines. Michaela Martin will do just that. She's very, very competitive.
Yeah, and Erin, and it's going to be the same for Michaela. I mean, they're looking for their spot in the final. That's the goal here.
Right, so she was prepping for that inside line. That's what I was talking about.
Yep.
Oh, and she finds that rail, shakes her head. She knew she got it slightly wrong there, took a little bit of a fly to that. Now, how costly is that going to be? 4 penalties here in this jump off. She's really got to leave them all up now. Jump to finish. Jumps that nicely. Good time. 36.46. There's Mom Belinda. But time counts for nothing when you've had one down, I'm afraid. And here is the replay. Just, I think, bustled her a little bit. She kind of set up on the turn instead of rolling off the turn and keeping the rhythm, and then had to shoot her out a bit and maybe flattened out. But of course, it's always easy from this position.
Absolutely.
Good time, though. It shows you that Erin's time can be beaten. 36.46 as compared to 40.76. Right now, the man we were talking about earlier, I've got a sneaky feeling about him. Let's see what he can do. The man from Uzbekistan, Girat Nazarov.
He surely is a competitor, so now it's really a question of whether or not he and the horse, you know, are on the same page.
Okay, so he's gone on 9 strides from that distance from the first 2, but he looks much tighter back to that.
Well, no, he's doing.
He's gone around here. Why did
Yeah.
he go around that EPOL fence? Oh, he had plenty of chance to come inside. Oh! Unfortunately, his chances are dashed there. So the irony of that is he gave himself more of a chance going round that fence and found the rail anyway. There's his second rail, so that's now 8 penalties, and unfortunately his chances are gone. Now he's going to have to sit and wait and see what the classifications reveal, whether he'll stay in that top 50%.
Well, he was double clear, so I mean his chances are still looking pretty good.
Okay. So what you're saying then, the jump off doesn't factor in too much. It's really about the.
It's gonna factor in, especially for those with that had maybe 4 in the first qualifier.
Yes.
All of the
And
double
then rack up a
clears,
double clear
all
here.
of the double clears, because then the ranking of the jump off, we have 9 that are in the jump off. Out of the 9, I think that 5 were clear also in the first. So these 5 are pretty much guaranteed to be in the final.
Okay. All right. So, next to go, Valerio Baruzzo, Argentina, having a good look at the course. Taking his time here, just to make sure he knows exactly what he's going to do. And this could be very quick as well. This horse looks like once you let it off the bridle and ask for more canter, it's going to give it to you. Eight from the between the first 2 jumps. That's what you got to do. An 8 set up for that inside turn. Inside ride now. He's not looking like he's galloping the horse off its feet, but it's very quick. His lines are very tight.
Absolutely, that's where he's gaining time. But clean lines, clear instructions.
Nicely set up there. Now, keep the canter to the last. Beautifully done. Touches the last, gets away with it. 40,74 and clear. Means he goes just into the lead, takes the lead away from Erin O'Dwyer, who was there in 40,76. 40,76 compared to 40,74. Wow.
That's close.
Wow. Okay. So Valerio into the lead.
Yes, we know that they can go faster.
Yes.
We've seen it with Michaela. So, but I don't. Among the athletes and especially the horses that are left, if there's a potential of a fast combination there.
Well, who have we still got to go? Harrison's got natural step. I would back Harrison.
Harrison, yeah, without even trying, can be very fast, I feel.
Right, so Matthias Casal now, Bolivia, Callagher Bogart. Nicely ridden. Easy 7 in that distance. Now get back to this 9AB quickly. Whoa, slightly dislodged in the air to get his balance back.
I think that's the whole thing. For this rider, it's all a question of balance. Stay on that horse. There we go.
Nicely done. Not quite there on the time. 44.44. Good enough to go into 3rd position at the moment. So Alfa Nadia leading with Valerio Baruzzo, 40,74. 40,76 in second, Erin O'Dwyer, and now Bogart and Mateus Casal in third. Good effort. There's Lorette, owner of the horse. Heard her shouting some words of encouragement to Mateus towards the last fence. She's smiling. Well done.
That's what we like to see, a smile on everyone's
Yes.
faces. The riders, the coaches,
Exactly.
the owners.
Nicely done. Knees up high. Shares the last in 41.97, and that is good enough to go into third position. So pretty tight here at the top of the leaderboard. 40.74 leads, but of course we have seen that very fast time, 36 seconds. So it certainly has left the door open for anyone brave enough to dare, but of course there is only one left, and that's a winner of the first qualifier, Christina Padilla, Road to Flow Capital Harrison. How do you think this is going to play out? Can you see her?
I don't think she's going to rush it, but I think she's going to have a good time.
Yeah, I think this horse with his big stride is going to do enough to possibly, of course, got to leave them all up, but I think the time will be there.
We saw it in the first qualifier without even trying,
Yeah.
so if she decides she wants to test a few things, I think it can be, yeah.
Right, here we go. Road Flow Capital Harrison and Christina Padilla, Puerto Rico. Here we go. On the 8 strides between fences 5 and 6. Left-handed turn now. Keeps the canter. Nicely done to 7. Roll on down 7 strides. Hold him off that front rail. That's come down a few times. Inside turn now. Right-handed to 9A. Nicely done, gets the balance, sets him up nicely for that double. Yeah.
She had to.
One more,
Yeah.
and she's well up on the time. Leave it up. Oh, it's down.
No.
38.32. It has come down. She threw caution to the wind at the last, and it's cost her. Drags his back toe through ever so slightly. That, in fact, was the first ride that she gave to a fence where she actually went forward with her hand and said, right, let's have a go, and unfortunately cost her.
But I'm wondering, when did she decide she was going to do that? Maybe there was a bit of, when she had already finished her turn. Maybe if
she just sat, she had she was 2 seconds up on them. She had 2 seconds
she was
in
like,
hand.
okay, now I have to go for it.
Anyway, she's guaranteed her spot.
She is.
I mean, and that's what she was aiming at, so she won't be too disappointed. And in fact, could be a blessing in disguise, because now she knows what she can't do.
I think that was, we were just talking about, this is the time to test a few things, and it's like you said, it's the first time that she tried that.
Yeah.
Didn't really work out for her, so might be the
this
last.
horse, you got to keep your body up and get him to the base and get him to kick upwards. That was the first time I think she went a little bit forward and the hand came slightly forward. She said, right, take a bit of a flyer at him, drag his back legs through.
You see, you really have to keep him
Keep
compact.
him compressed, absolutely. So, like I say, it could actually be a blessing. Right, so there is the winner. And we're going to take a look at the results. Of course, these are provisional of our second qualifier. Valerio Barroso, Argentina, 40.74. On Alpha Nadia for owner Taryn Combrink takes the win. So well done to Valerio, well done to Taryn, and well done to Argentina. Erin O'Dwyer, South Africa, represented here in second, 40.76, just behind, a whisker in second on first for horses, Zeiss Detolia. Georgia Iomorazzo, 41.97, Rockstar Bourbon, and they are well placed for Saturday.
Absolutely.
So we take a lot of confidence off of today's outings, and that could be a little sneaky lurker in the pack there, setting her up for possibly a second crack at a final.
It might. I mean, she's definitely someone that you should be watching out for.
Matthias Cassell finishes in fourth, and Kelleher Bogart, 44.44, and Michaela Martin, fastest of the lot by some way. Look at that time, 36.46. Unfortunately, just finding that rail off of that left-handed turn to that vertical just came down for Synopsis and Michaela. There's the man of the moment, takes the win in the second of the qualifiers for Argentina. Well done to him. Valerio Barroso rode beautifully, didn't he?
Absolutely, and they're really, this combination is getting better and better as they're getting acquainted. But he really seems to have understood how to. He's a tall guy. She's not a big mare, but he's riding her, I feel, the way that she needs to be ridden, and very respectful.
Light position, takes the weight off of her back, just lets her canter skip along underneath him. Sympathetic hand, sits quiet, lovely to watch.
Fully agree.
I wonder how much polo he plays back home.
Well, we could ask him.
Well, he'll be up for an interview shortly. I'm going to say thank you very much to you, Andrina. Hopefully we'll be chatting to you again come Saturday on the final. I'm sure you've got some officiating to do now. You've got to go tally up scores with those judges up there, have a look at the classifications, and we'll hopefully be getting those. How long will that take? Not too long?
Not too long.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll have all the athletes waiting at the bottom of the stairs to find out. So we're not going to take too long.
All right. So, Andrea, thanks very much. We're going to let you go. And
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have all our pictures from the prize giving here at the Ranch Equestrian in Polokwane for the second of these qualifiers as we gear up to Saturday's final. Looking forward to that. Don't go away. More to come on Equestrian Live. Of course, we've got those under 25 classes as well this afternoon. So plenty more still in store for you here. Right, so the prize giving for the second of the qualifiers, of course, was one round and the clears went through to a jump off, and coming out trumps is Valerio Baruzzo from Argentina, who has been clear this morning and clear in the second qualifier, so is one of three combinations who has had clears across the board, no penalties today. In second place, Erin O'Dwyer, South Africa, first for horses, Ziais Tola. And in third place, Georgia Iamarazzo, who was also clear all the way. 0 from this morning, 0 from the first round, and 0 here in the jump off. Matthias Cassel finishes next down the order on Callagher Bogart, and is the third of the riders who have been clear all the way, 0 penalties. So those three riders definitely guaranteed to go into that top 50%, make no mistake there. In picture, Michaela Martin, who unfortunately just had one down in the runoff. She was blisteringly fast, 36 and some change, far faster than anybody else, but a little bit of a costly pole there knocks her down the rankings. Don't forget, today we've still got the under 25 classes, and the announcement of that classification, the top 50%. Top 50% will go through to the World Jumping Finals, the final of the finals. It will be on Saturday, and it's all level pegging there. Clean slates, lots to play for. So while these qualifiers either get you into their top 50% or not, the results of them will also determine the starting order in the final come Saturday. Tomorrow, of course, is a rest day, as Valerio Baruzzo leads us off on a well-deserved lap of honor. He rode picture-perfect round, sits on a 0 penalty score, guarantees his place in that final. Well done to all of them in that lineup. Let's take a look at the final result. We do have confirmation of the result of this class. Still, of course, waiting for the overall classifications to see who will go through to Saturday's final. But there it is, Valerio Baruzzo, Argentina, 40.74 Alpha Nadia. Going to have a interview with Valerio. That's coming up as well. Erin O'Dwyer, South Africa. Well done, Erin, representing South Africa, finishes in second. Ziais Tola, 40.76 in second with Erin. Third place to Georgia Iamarazzo, 41.97. Rockstar Bourbon, as you heard, previous winner of the FEI World Jumping Finals, looking for her second win. Matthias Cassel, Bolivia, on Bogart, finishes in fourth, and Michaela Martin for South Africa with that fastest time, 4 penalties, finishes back in fifth. So our producers are currently out there gathering Valerio up for an interview. That's going to be up in the next 5 minutes or so.
I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing. Sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you, I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you, I knew this. When I'm with you, I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares. See me right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? Then will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me?
Welcome back here to Equestrian Live from the Ranch Equestrian, the main arena, where we've just seen the conclusion of the second of the qualifiers, and one in emphatic style. Brilliantly well done by Valerio Baruzzo on Taryn Combrick's Alpha Nadia. Well done, brilliantly ridden.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Absolutely stellar round. Tell us about the horse. You look like a really good match. You're quite tall, but you ride very light. You give the horse every opportunity just to skip along underneath you, take the pressure off. Lovely, sympathetic round.
Yes, at the first time when I first sat on her, I was like, oh, this is going to be tricky, you know, because she's so wound up.
Yes.
She gets so excited to the jumps. But then I started watching videos, and the owner sent me some videos and talked to me how to ride her. And then we started matching the first day. We had a rail down, but in the warm-up, you know.
Yes.
And then I was like, okay, this is how I need to ride this mare.
So did you adjust your style? Is this not the normal style that you would ride your horses back home in? You've done a little bit of adjusting to how she wants to go.
Yeah,
Right.
a little bit. This is actually my style, but I've never ridden a horse so hot and with so much energy, you know.
Yes. Well,
So-
I mean, she looked really settled in the runoff as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always the risk that when you have to go in the runoff, you spark them up, you light them up, and then it's
Yeah.
always, oh, you're going to get them back. But you had her just increasing her step, going forward, but staying nice and calm and relaxed. Beautifully well done.
Thank you.
Okay, well, why don't we actually have a look at your round, because
Okay.
we have it queued up.
I
You-
haven't seen it so far, so let's have a
Well,
look.
you're about to see it now, and you can talk us through it. So this is Valerio and Alpha Nadia, and you can talk us through, Valerio.
Okay, good distance number 1, following, steady 8, because I wanted to make the inside turn there, you know. She's so quick turning, so I have to be careful with the distance. Nice distance there. Forward 7, look how she turns.
Yeah, yeah.
She's really fast. And
You've
now
got those long legs, you can wrap around it for balance though.
slow combination, and then this was the turn to make. She was fantastic. As soon as she jumped the vertical, she saw that turn, so I didn't. And now to the last, I saw a long distance, but I say, whoa,
Yep.
this is not the one. Little wrap, luck.
Beautifully done.
Yeah.
Hand goes up in the air, celebrating. The connections are happy. Well done.
Yeah.
So now you are only one of 3 riders who has not had a pole, not had a fault. You've been
Yeah.
clear this morning and double clear here. So guaranteed, obviously, your place in the final.
Yeah.
It was all about getting to the final, top 50%, top 8.
Yeah.
Where does the mindset now go to the final? Did you ask the horse enough questions today to give yourself confidence in that final, as in, okay, today was a runoff, but you didn't go, is there more that you can ask? Are you confident asking more?
I'm really confident on her. You know, she trusts me, I trust her. I think we're good to go to the finals.
Yep.
Now, having a rest today enjoying this first place because we are here to enjoy, and then tomorrow set my mind and think about the final. Yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit about yourself. 34 years old, from Argentina. Argentina traditionally very much polo orientated. Do you play a bit of polo?
I've never played polo. You know, I'm very bad with polo. You know, it's totally different sports.
Yes.
Yeah, but I love the sports. Every horse sports I love.
Yes.
There's a lot of breeding in Argentina. We breed horses there.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So.
Sport horses, race horses, because I know your racing breeding is also very big.
No. Sport horses.
Okay.
Joke jumping horses.
Nice.
We breed like 10 to 15 horses a year. We have an auction there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you based?
In Rosario.
Okay.
It's 3 hours north from Buenos Aires.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice city.
Now I see on your profile you're also a big Formula One fan, and who do you support? Because I'm also a big fan, so I said I'd have a chat to you.
I like a lot Checo Perez. Yeah.
Okay, well done.
I'm a Checo fan.
All right, lovely. He's got to make up a bit of ground on Max, but decent.
That's why I like him, because I want him to beat Max.
The guys in the van in my ears are saying, never, never. Well, it's wonderful. Before I let you go, a little bit about this competition and your trip to South Africa. You having a good time? Will you come back? Is it your first time here?
It's my first time here. We had a long wait from Buenos Aires to here. I'll definitely come back. You know, I have a few days more. After the final, I stay 2 days more, so I will find out where to go.
Yeah.
Safari, enjoying, relax. It's excellent country, excellent people. I'd like to thank all the owners, organization, you, the TV.
You're obviously a meat eater. You Argentina famous for its beef. I'm gonna ask you to have a bit of the South African beef and tell us what you think.
I will.
All right.
I already had one.
And?
Yeah, it was
good.
Really good.
As good as yours?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I gotta tell yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Lovely to have you here, Valeria. Congratulations on your win. We're rooting for you for Saturday for the final. Got a sneaky feeling about you in that final, and we'll be watching.
Thank you so much.
That's Valeria Barroso, who takes the win here in the second qualifier aboard Alpha Nadia, getting himself game ready for Saturday, where it's all to play for. It's clean sheets there. We look forward to the final. Don't forget, we still got those under 25 classes to come. The first of those an A2 competition over 1 meter 30, which will be followed by 1 meter 35. The start time for the 1 meter 30 will be, it's a little bit of a wait. It's 10 past 12 now, so it starts at 2 o'clock. More to come this afternoon on Equestrian Live. Don't go away. Some time to relax, but we'll be back around about 10 to 2.